Hey everyone, I am here to answer the age-old question of should I start a new account? And this is something that comes up all the time in all different seasons of business where people either pivot or make a change or, something is different for them and they're not sure what they should do. And usually the first thing people think of doing is having a new account. And so there's kind of two scenarios I'm going to talk about today that always come up for us, and always people are bringing them to us like, should I do this? And so I just want to answer them. The first is, should I have a personal brand and an account for my business? And this really depends on the type of business you are. I personally believe everybody should have a personal brand. The reason I say this is because as you grow your business, you have no idea what the future holds for you. I know on the top of my head, two seven-figure entrepreneurs who built two seven-figure businesses before they had a personal brand, and then they moved into another business, and then they kind of had to start from scratch because they didn't have that initial foundation. That can be really frustrating, right? Like that can be really hard for somebody to have to start completely from the beginning. And if that's the case, it's really hard to be able to not only start from the beginning, but maintain those connections, see what people are up to. So that's why I think everybody should have a personal brand. And even if it's not something you're posting on a ton or super consistently, it's something that you are paying attention to. I love to post on my personal brand, and I do a lot of more like lifestyle content. Probably not what you think when I say lifestyle content, but more about like events I'm going to, like, the podcast clips, but really just about like my daily life. I talk about my family. All of these things have been really big for me because I do think entrepreneurship and life have a really strong connection, right? And so if that's the case, then I think really making sure that you have a personal brand that at least exists so that you can collect people that you meet at events, you're able to build those stronger relationships, you're able to keep nurturing them. That is a really great place to do that. So I would say definitely having a personal brand. Your business should have its own brand. So for example, our businesses, The Social Snippet and High Vibe Women, each of those accounts have their own brand. So we post on both of these accounts. We have strategies for both of these accounts. And Maria and I are very active on them. You'll see us pop into stories. You'll see us, connect with people, but we're not necessarily only the face of it. And a big piece of that is because if we ever decide to sell our businesses, we don't want our businesses to be entirely based on us. And that can happen very easily when it comes to a business, right? You become the social snippet. I laugh. Sometimes we have clients who call us the snippets. That can become really, really part of your identity. And so, but if you want to build a business that is bigger than you and a business that is something that you can, maybe sell in the future or whatever, it's nice to have both a personal and a professional brand. And this also makes it easier for you to outsource it. If you were to outsource your business brand, it's easier for you, right? Because you're not necessarily the blood behind it. So I would say if you are asking should I have a personal and should I have a business brand, I would say yes. But maintain it as you must, right? So I think we should all be trying to aim to post 2 to 3 times a week in our business brands to, generate sales, generate excitement, get people excited about what we're up to. I don't post that consistently on my personal brand. There's a lot of podcast clips there. The reason for that is because that's what I'm spending a lot of my time doing. That's where a lot of my content comes from. I love that, but not everybody loves that. So sometimes I post other things on there too. But on the Social Snippet page, we're always adding value. We're trying to do different kinds of posts. Today we did a post about Instagram bios, right? We're always trying new things to generate a little bit of excitement. And so I think if you're trying to decide, should I have a personal brand and a business brand? The answer is yes, you should probably have both, but it doesn't mean that you have to post on both constantly. And there's also the awesome feature, the collaborative feature, where you can collab posts, and we do this all the time. So typically posts are posted on the Social Snippet page, and then we collab them with my Christina Bartold page or Maria's page, and that's a great way to kind of, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. It's in the audience of everybody, and everybody gets to see it, which is great. And that works really well too if you ever want to do partnerships with people. We love the collaborative feature. The other thing that comes up all the time is, I have pivoted, I have a new business, I have a new niche. I'm curious, should I have a new account? And this one's an interesting one because in a way, I do think so. And in other ways, I think not. And so I'll give you an example. For me, our brand prior to the Social Snippet was a personal development brand. And so a lot of the people that followed me, it was about personal development. And so when I pivoted, did I lose followers? Yes. But I also gained a lot of traction because those were our first few clients, were the people who were super excited about what we were up to. They were super excited about what we were going to do and how we were going to do it. And so that was awesome. That was really cool to be able to see how excited people were for our business, and they were able to refer us to friends, and they were able, to connect us with amazing opportunities. And I don't know that that would have happened if I had just deleted my account or left it stagnant. But on the other hand, sometimes our audiences are actually reflective of our accounts, which is great. It means we're doing the work on audience building. And if that's the case, then these people are actually not looking for you to really be posting about what you're posting about. So you'll lose followers and you'll actually lose engagement. So sometimes it makes sense to start another account where you can get really great engagement from people who are really excited about what you're talking about. I'll give you an example. One of our first clients originally was a children's literacy program, and they were really interesting to work with, but they had pivoted from a real estate account. And so this person had just converted the account. And when she came to us asking, why aren't people liking this? I was like, because this is not what people are looking for from you. And so it's really important that if the niche is kind of similar, then I would say it's probably fine. But if you change niches or it's something new that you're doing, it might just be worthwhile for you to start a new account and tell people, show up in your stories a lot and say, hey, I'm moving over. Hey, I'm doing this. And that could be a way forward. Another thing I've noticed too is that sometimes people will shut down accounts or make new accounts, even though they haven't changed niches, because they're getting low engagement. And I think that's really interesting because there's actually lots you can do to fix your engagement rather than make a new account. Whether that be removing followers, so removing inactive followers, actually spending more time in the app, doing outward engagement, which is something we teach in the Social Business Club, which is where you engage with ideal clients in a very particular way for 15 minutes a day. And all of those things actually boost your engagement, which your content gets to be seen more and more, whether that be on social media, whether it be on stories, whether it be anywhere. People start to see all of your content more and more because you're actually engaging with them. You want to be in community with them. So long story short, should you make a new account? I don't know. It depends on the context. But what I would say is actually think about the reason why you're making a new account. And is it something that can be fixed? If it can't be fixed, why should you make a new account? But then how do you funnel your loyal followers over to your new account? And what are you going to do differently next time so that you're able to keep the engagement up and keep people following? I'm kind of pro keep your account because I think we're all on a little bit of a pivot. There's some exceptions to the rule, but I think people are too quick to get rid of their accounts, get rid of all of their hard work to start fresh. Let me know what you think.